Hi guys, so I'm doing something a little bit different today. Like, the YouTube channel name is Misha's Manic Musings, so it's been a little bit all of the same at the moment, so I thought I would do something more about one of my other loves in life. Apart from makeup, apart from books, which will soon be on the channel I'm sure, my other love is films, as you can gather from what we're looking at here. Oh, Laurel and Hardy down the bottom there. There's quite a few, and they don't all fit in the shot. So on the top left there, that's all my Disney animations. So we've got Blu-rays, steelbooks, and one DVD. Then the next couple of rows down here is Blu-rays. So that's, I don't have a big collection, I've only been collecting them for maybe a couple of years now, something like that. So I don't have a big collection. And then along the very bottom row that you can just see is TV shows. That's also TV shows in there as well that I need to watch. And then there's my DVDs, which I'm gradually cutting down on. The ones that I can find on Blu-ray, unless the extras are different, I just get rid of the DVDs. But apart from that, that's them all. So that's just a quick overview. Let's get into the actual video. I'm not going to go into too much detail about these. I mean, some of them I have and haven't watched. I don't know why I have this film on Blu-ray. I have seen it once and I don't remember actually liking it. The only reason I got it at the time was for Keanu Reeves, obviously. And I don't actually remember how I came to get this, unless someone bought it for me or gave it to me. I definitely don't remember buying it, and I don't think it's a film I necessarily want to watch again. I mean, it does have Steve Martin in it. Could be different to how I remember it. I just don't remember loving it at the time. I remember being bored. It didn't hold my attention as well as it could have. But I will probably give it another go at some point. Also, it's unsealed, so someone has definitely given this to me, but I don't remember why. Or I've bought it used, but I really can't see why I would buy it again. It's definitely one of those films I don't remember liking. But maybe my taste has changed over the years. Judge me. Judge me all you like. I love this film. I mean, it's not historically accurate. I know it has its issues, as do a lot of films, but I love it. I also have the novelisation. It was good as far as I can remember. I just love the whole thing. I love the fact that Jennifer Garner's in it. I love the song by Faith Hill. Always makes me cry. The problem I have with this Blu-ray is it's not this. Now, can you see this? The thickness of this? This was the DVD director's cut, which I have a feeling I bought from Flashback CD Wow at the time. Hands up if you remember CD Wow. I used to get everything from there. And this is a really cute set. Like, it's so good. I mean, you've got stuff in here. You've got the discs in here. And it's a director's cut, so obviously it's going to be good. You've got leaflets in there, you've got postcards in there, you've got more, like a big kind of fold out there. Why this version wasn't transferred to Blu-ray, I don't know, like with all the extras and everything. I think that could have been a really good special edition Blu-ray with all the features, all the like cute little things like that. And it's the same problem again as Butterfly Effect. The director's cut gets released on DVD but never gets released on Blu-ray, which is quite disappointing, and that is the reason why I'm hanging on to my DVD at the moment. There's something about this film that really does keep you watching, like it keeps you engrossed. It's strange to watch because I'm pretty sure I saw this around the same time, or I saw this and then I saw Daredevil, something along those lines, and I was quite shocked. A, by Colin Farrell's American accent in this, and then B, by his natural Irish accent in Daredevil. I love this film. I think it's actually quite intriguing. It keeps you watching. The only thing I don't like is there is a spoiler on the front of the DVD there. Blu-ray, sorry. There is a major spoiler. Kind of ruins it for me a little bit, because obviously I know like the kind of twist at the end and everything. To have that twist on the front cover, the best when you think about it, by designers who are making these cover artists, whatever they're called, I don't know. But you know what I mean. Big spoiler for anyone who's buying this film and hasn't seen it. I'm not necessarily saying they're going to spot the spoiler. It's pretty obvious when you see the film and then you see the cover. Yes, I have this. Judge me all you want. Again, I love these films. I'm looking forward to the third one coming out soon. I love Anna Kendrick in this. I think she's so funny. I think this was, like, I've seen her in the Twilight films obviously, and she was not the greatest character in that, but she was portraying a wee bit of a snob. And I love these films. I think they're so good. I think they're so watchable. I think I watched this and then bought the soundtrack, and then if I'm ever filming like a eyeshadow swatch video or anything like that, I normally have one of these soundtracks on in the background while I'm doing it, and then obviously when I'm editing I just mute it all, because you don't need to hear the pitch perfect soundtrack in the background. Obviously I have part 2 as well, and I will be getting part 3 as soon as it comes out. For me, I prefer the first one. I do like the addition of Haley Steinfeld, I think her name is. I do like the introduction of her song, which was done by Jessie J, and I do like the introduction of Katie Sagal as her mum as well. I think that was quite cute, and then the finale for me makes me bawl my eyes out. I have these two. It's not really much to say about them. Quite a few of them are good. I like the clouds one. I think that's quite funny. I also like the birds. I think that is hilarious. I also like some of the other ones as well. There's one or two that I don't like. Some of them are a wee bit forgettable and a wee bit hit and miss, but they're well worth getting if you like the little extras that are before some of the Pixar films, and they'll look good on your case as well. And I hope they release more, because this is only volume 1 and 2, but I hope there's still more to come. I think I've already had a rant about this in my steelbook collection, which features Poseidon, the original Poseidon, and obviously I've had a rant about why I don't like these two films together. I'm not going to go into that rant again, because you've been there, you've heard it already. Love this film. Should be on steelbook. Why isn't it on steelbook yet? I mean, I think the past couple of years it was the 25th anniversary. Why there wasn't a steelbook released, a special edition, Blu-ray, anything like that. I don't understand why that was not done. I mean, the extras in this are pretty crap. Put it nicely. I think there's so many extras. I think if there was going to be a special edition out of this, there would be that whole kind of 25th reunion that they did, all like the majority of the cast anyway. I just love this film. I think it's so sweet, so romantic, and it makes me feel all gooey inside. This film, not so much. I think with this film you have Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds. Not Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds, Michelle. Get it right. I didn't think I was going to like this film. I do actually like this film. I think it's quite funny in its own way. There's a lot of funny moments to it, and I do like the supporting cast as well. Just seeing it here, Craig T. Nelson and Mary Steenburgen. But there's also Betty White as well. She's in this, and I think she steals the show really from the main actors. It is well worth seeing. It's not a film you're gonna go back to like Pretty Woman or anything like that. It's not gonna have that lasting classic feeling about it. It's okay, it's good, I liked it. I've gone through a phase over the past few months of trying to see all of Dwayne Johnson's films, because I love him. I think he's brilliant. And quite a few of them I haven't actually liked apart from this one. I think it was really good, and it's a Disney film, but at the same time it really entertained me. I really did enjoy watching it, which is why I went and bought it again. I know this is a remake, and I have a feeling that I haven't seen the original film. For some reason, I feel like there was a book at some point when I was young. I seem to remember possibly having this book or something along those lines, and it's just making me think just now. It's not something I still have, but I seem to recognise story and various other things about this. If you haven't seen this yet and you want a cosy Sunday afternoon of laughter but you don't have to switch on your brain too much, you can just curl up, the covers over you, eat rubbish and watch this. It's well worth it. I adore this film. I adore Dustin Hoffman's portrayal of Raymond. I love how the title of the film came about. Tom Cruise's character is a bit in it. He does come good in the end. There's also a novelisation of this. I recently found it. Highly recommend seeing it. It makes me sad every time, and I've seen it so many times now. Like I had this recorded off the TV at one point, and I always fast forwarded through the beginning. Don't know why. I didn't like the whole beginning of the film at all. Didn't make sense to me. This was bought simply because I love Robert Pattinson, and I was hoping for another Twilight-esque film. Not Twilight as in Twilight, but as in character of Edward and everything like that. He's kind of branched away from that. Good for him. Not a lot of people can when they're so like that big into a character. Some people just can't get away from that character, but I really enjoyed this. I enjoyed the twist at the end. I thought it was quite sad. It's a good heartwarming film, but again, should be a book. For some reason this film makes me cry. Like every time. I have watched it a couple of times now. I got it from Lovefilm. And then I watched it, I want to say I've watched it again, but for some reason this is still sealed, so I can't have done. Maybe it was just the first time I watched it. I also got the soundtrack as well, because I loved the soundtrack. I thought it was really good. It's well worth seeing. I think Meryl Streep can do no wrong in this film. I think her whole look is perfect for the role, and I think she really did that well. I watched this a while ago, I can't remember exactly when now, and I used to love this when I was young. I used to watch it constantly, like all the time. I loved Kevin Costner in it, I loved Christian Slater in it, I loved all the characters, and now for some reason it just doesn't hold my attention as much as it did when I was a kid. I'm not sure why. There is a novelisation of this as well. I want to say it's done by Simon Green. There's also another version of this, I suppose. There's quite a few versions. The version I most like is Robin Hood Men in Tights. And I haven't seen that for years, and I really want to see that again. I think it would be hilarious to see again. But it seems to be only released in Blu-ray in the US at the moment, so I haven't been able to get a hold of it for a reasonable price. I saw this, and I've also seen it live on stage in London as well. And when I saw it in London, it was actually the last performance of Shane Ward and Justin Lee Collins as well. Obviously Shane Ward was the Tom Cruise character in this, Stacey. When I saw it in London, I couldn't really see much. I couldn't really see what was going on stage because I was like back in as furthest back as you could get, because it was kind of like one of those things. We wanted to go and see a show when we were down in London, so went and saw this, and then can't remember if I saw this afterwards. I think I saw this afterwards, and then I bought the soundtrack as well, because you know, it's one of those films that really gets you hooked. It gets you dancing in your seat, it gets you singing along, because it's all the kind of 80s rock songs. I'm a child of the 80s. I don't necessarily say that I would listen to those songs. I don't necessarily say that I know the original songs that well. Or I can say, well, that was by so-and-so and everything like that. I bought this recently. This is one of my most recent purchases. I have a feeling Jewel of the Nile I haven't included. I'll probably do that in an update video at some point. I love these films. I think they're so good. There's one I haven't seen, and I don't think it's like a follow-on from this film, but it has Michael Douglas, it has Kathleen Turner, it has Danny DeVito, and it's War of the Roses. I haven't seen that one. I bought it along at the same time as I bought this, and I bought Jewel of the Nile. But these films are, I don't know, I mean, it's directed by Robert Zemeckis, so it kind of gives you an idea of what the film's going to be like, but it's really heartwarming to watch. It's really good to see how the characters change. I'm not that big a fan of Michael Douglas. He's not one of my favourite actors, I have to say, but I enjoyed seeing Kathleen Turner in this, and enjoyed seeing the whole film and seeing the follow-up, which I think is Jewel of the Nile to this. I may be wrong in that. I think it's Romance in the Stone, then Jewel of the Nile, but correct me if I'm wrong. Who has read the book first and then seen the film? I read the book first. Funnily enough, I haven't liked any of the author's other books, but I do love this book. I think it's told in such an interesting way. It's told entirely from the point of view of the child, including the language that a child would have used. And I do like Brie Larson in this film. It's really, I wasn't sure if she was going to work quite well, but she actually did, considering the stuff that she had to film, the source work that she had to go from, really. I would, if you're going to see this, I would read the book first, just to give you an idea of what you're getting into. If you haven't read the book, it's quite easy enough to pick up. It's always one of those books that's quite good. It's by Emma Donoghue. Well worth reading, and I think you'll see when you read the book, or if you've already read the book, you'll see how difficult it would have been to adapt the material into this film, and I think they did it really well from that point of view. It could have been one of those films that could have been done so wrong and it wouldn't have worked, and it wouldn't have been a tribute to the film, but this for me works.